Om Swastiastu. Welcome to Group 5 and we are the students of Universitas Indo Negeri I Gusti Bagus Sugrewa Denpasar. So today we are talking about receptive skill. Before we will start, let me introduce our members. I'm Niputu Amanda Sriaplia and my partner is Dewa Ayu Agung Aris Andiani, Igede Yoga Pratama, and Nikomang Sinta Adana Iswari. Did you know that? What is the receptive skills? Okay, receptive skill are skill we use to understand a language. It is meant to put together the language into something that we could understand. In short, they are one of our means of communicating properly with others. Receptive skills include listening and reading skills.
So material is tables of content. There is several topics, namely a basic morphological model for receptive skill, two language issues, three comparison text, and a basic morphological model for teaching receptive skill. There are several topics, namely 1. Type 1 text, 2. Type 2 text, and language issues, pre-teaching vocabulary, extensive reading and listening, and 3. Authentically. In comparison text, 1. Testing and teaching, 2. Aphoresis challenge. So, a basic methodological model type 1 text makes students to read or listen for some general understanding rather than asking them to pick out detail or get involved in a reverse sense of the text. 2. Type 2 text makes students to look at the text in considerably more detail, maybe for specific information or to language points.
Okay, here I will continue the presentation from my friend. You can see there is a procedure table likes the procedure for the teaching receptive skill. Steps 1 text alert in the direct conversation text and listen for text and the direct feedback and then the direct text and related text. The direct feedback has three important points: the direct conversation text and listen for text and then the direct feedback. Next, explanation of the procedure for teaching receptive skill. Number 1, learn in each student with the topic of the reading and try to active chair sims or plural schemata. Number 2, provoke students to get in touch with that knowledge or schema. Number 3, they can predict what it is likely to be about and what they are going to see or hear by giving them various clues such as pictures, headers, or a book jacket description. Number 4, give them a few words or parts from the text and ask them to predict what they might indicate about its contents and encourage a general discussion of the topic or ask students to make the question. Next, number 5, set some kids conversation text. The student reads or listens to the text and the teacher receives feedback. And number 6, suggests that students go touch the answer in pairs or small groups to make more opportunities to work together and makes individual students don't get exposed and having friends is text. And number 7, tell the student to look at the text again and tell the student requests to examine it in more detail. The conversation actually is the response to the influence the student is to take related text. That's my presentation. Now it will be continue, my friend. Amanda.
Language issue. For readers and listeners to understand the text whole, they must recognize a high proportion of vocabulary without consciously thinking us about it. Stephen Carson suggested comprehensible input aids language acquisition. Then it follows that incomprehensible input will not. We can try to get students to read or listen to text that beyond their comprehension level. But the only effect this will probably have is to demotivate them. The more language we expose students to, the more they will learn, so we need specific ways of addressing the problems of language difficulty. These could include pre-teaching vocabulary, using extensive reading or listening, and considering the first is pre-teaching vocabulary. The technique is to use a few words, possibly unknown, from the reading text or passage as part of our procedure to create interest and activate student schemas. Words may suggest topics, genre, or construction, or all three. Students can research the meaning of words and phrases and then predict what a text with such word will look like. And the second is extensive reading and listening. Colin Davis suggests that any classroom will be poorer for the lack of an extensive reading program and will be unable to promote its pupils' one language development in all aspects as effectively as if such a program were present. He also claims that such a program will make students more positive about reading, will improve their overall comprehension skill, and will give them a wider passive and active vocabulary. Richard Day and Julian Bamford agree, citing two of the many goals for extensive reading, enabling students to read without constantly stopping and providing an increased word recognition. Extensive reading is useful for developing automaticity, that is, automatic recognition of words when they see them. While in extensive listening, the more language they acquire, the better they will be in listening activities at school general. Whether they choose recorded passages from textbooks, simplified reader recordings, other listening material designed for their level, or podcasts of radio programs that they can follow. As long as the input is understandable, they will gradually acquire more words and schematic knowledge, which will help them to solve many language difficulties. And the third is authenticity. Students need to get practice in dealing with written text and speech where they miss quite a few words but are still able to extract the general meaning. An argument can be made for using mainly authentic reading and listening text in class. Ronald Carter and his colleagues suggest concocted, made-up language can be perfectly viable, but it should be modeled on naturalistic sample. Authentic material can be used by students at fairly low levels. However, if the tasks that go with it are well designed and help students understand it better. For example, can enable students to watch television soap operas in English and help them understand far more than they might have thought possible.
Okay, I will be continuing the presentation with my friend. Compression text. Testing and teaching. The step. Testing and teaching. Behaving student perform expectation as looking up information on the internet. Filling in the form based on our recording or shaping reading. Plus, we are helping them become better reading and listener. Having students work in far to agree on whether a statement about form of a text is true or false, the comparison item help add individual through cooperation and comparison to understand something and turn of potential text into a creating tool or receptive skill training. Appropriate challenge. Avoid text and text that are asking for to AC or for to difficult. As with many other language text, we want to get the level of challenge reach. To make the text difficult but achievable. And we want to hear some question and opinion from your toward this topic. Please clearly write them down in the comment more formal. And then bring us to the end. I'd like to thank you for your time and attention today. Thank you.